Question, do you love your life? First thing that comes to your mind, like, do you absolutely love it? And I don't mean the people in your life. I know you love the people in your life, and I know you have gratitude for all the amazing things in your life, but do you love what you do every day? Like, do you wake up and go, God, I can't freaking believe, like, this is my job, or this is what I get to do. Maybe that's taking care of your kids, or maybe that's what you spend your day working on, or the people you get to work with, or maybe it's a combination of those things. But I just want to note, if you love waking up every day, and are you excited to do what you do? Because I had an interesting conversation with somebody today about a mutual acquaintance who is like just so freaking talented, and they have a pretty miserable job, and they're good at it, but they're like a happy person. They make the best of everything, but it's a pretty miserable job. And I remember feeling that way and thinking, I got to make the most of this. I remember thinking to myself, maybe it'll change if I were to do the same thing someplace else. Maybe it would be better if I got a raise. Maybe it would be better if I advanced my career. Maybe things would get better if I got a more advanced degree in this area. But there were some things in my mind that I wanted to do, like that I thought of as like a dream job, and I thought, but that's kind of fanciful. Like, nobody makes a living just giving people advice or trying to make people live a healthier life. Like, yeah, sure, of course I can teach fitness classes, but like nobody pays the rent doing that. No one's going to live in like their dream home or take dream vacations or have the freedom of choice that being financially secure gives you teaching aerobic classes. That's what I thought. But I created a plan on paper. And this isn't about me. I want to get back to you. I want to get back to the person who who doesn't maybe it's you. If you don't love what you're doing every day, you have got to sit down. Listen to me this weekend. This is your wake-up call. Listen to me. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, and you're going to make a plan. We're going to do this together, because you don't have to settle for good enough. It is not your responsibility to make the best of it. It is your responsibility to create the best life, not to make the best of a mediocre situation. If you've got the ability, the control, the wherewithal, the smarts, the creativity to create something you do love, like you got to get over your fear. And now, granted, I know there are some things you cannot control, but oftentimes people will just say there's nothing I can do about it because they're afraid to take that action, right? He's like, what did I just say right to? So I was having this conversation with a friend, and they have someone who's special to them in their life, and they just don't love their job. And frankly, they're far more talented, and they're meant for more. Are you meant for more? Okay, so here's the deal. Like, a lot of people, they're afraid of this, so they'll say things like, we're going to pray on it. Or I'm going to wait for opportunity to present itself. Or I'm going to make the most of it. Or, I'm waiting for God to show me what my next step should be. Or they're waiting. They're waiting for this, lightning to strike and to tell them, or God to intervene and to tell them what to do. Meanwhile, you know what you want to do. You know what you don't love doing. You know what's stressful. You know what's unfulfilling and monotonous. You know all those things. And God wants you to act. First time I realized this, and I say first time because it can happen at any stage and probably will happen at many stages throughout your life. But the first time I felt this way and realized I ain't got nobody to blame and no one I can expect to change this but me was when I was working as a paralegal and thinking, okay, well, I guess my next step is to become an attorney, but I didn't love it. But I kept convincing myself, well, it's not that bad. A lot of people kill for this job. You've worked so many years. You've told everyone all your life you're going to be an attorney. You've taken the LSAT twice. You moved to California. You're working in a really good law firm. You make up all these excuses. But then I took out a piece of paper, and let me show you what I did, because I want you to do it too. Start with a very simple list. What I don't enjoy. I didn't enjoy a set schedule. Moody coworkers. Wah, wah. boring work, the commute, dealing with dumb people. I'm not talking about the other attorneys. I'm just like, I can't handle dumb people. Working with or for people that I don't align with their character. Very little freedom. Like, I couldn't imagine, I would see attorneys like having to miss their kids' special events and having to ask for time off and not being able to get it because they had a case and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what kind of freedom? This isn't freedom. An unhealthy environment. Just people weren't healthy there. Like, there was no one inspirational there. I just couldn't see a future there. That was my list. This is the list of all the things I did not enjoy. So whatever I'm going to do next, I'm going to make sure it doesn't have any of this on it or a part of it. In fact, I wanted the opposite of this. What I do love. I liked making people happy. I didn't know if that was a job, but I liked the way that felt. I liked music and being creative. I loved making people laugh. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't walk around everybody's cubicle and tell them stories. I liked sharing life hacks. Couldn't do that either. I had to bill up those hours. I liked sharing my knowledge. I liked storytelling. I liked teaching. Teaching anything made me happy. I like not feeling rushed, so I could do things like the right way. I like showing people that they have the potential to be anything they want to be. I like financial freedom. That's the list of the things I like. And I was like, okay, so what can I do that makes me feel these things? I decided to teach fitness classes. Fitness classes helped me to do all these things, make people happy. It was music and creativity. I got to make people laugh. I got to share life hacks every day before and after my classes. I got to share my knowledge. I got to tell stories. I love strength training classes because that meant I had like an hour of stand-up. And I could teach them things about their body and being organized. And I never felt rushed, well, except I had only an hour to teach the class. But I could show people that they had the potential to like change so much. Like if you can change your body, you can change anything in your life. And I loved that feeling. There was only one thing it didn't give me. It didn't give me financial freedom because it just teaching fitness classes just doesn't pay the bills. So I supplemented that with personal training. You see, I found a way. Was this scary? Heck yes. Was this a pay cut? At first, yes, but not eventually. Why? Passion. Leaving the law firm was scary and it was a financial risk, but with far greater rewards. Financial freedom follows passion. Boom. Don't even question it. Don't even question it. It follows it. You've got to persist. You got to get over your fear. And then eventually, this opportunity came along, health club management. So I continued doing this. I continued doing this a little bit, but then I took this on full time. And guess where this put me back? Yep, little did I know it. Because I hadn't thought about what this would make me feel, like the feelings this would bring up, I went right back to a set schedule, moody coworkers, boring work, a commute, dealing with dumb people, working for people who I didn't like their character. In fact, I wanted to choke them. Very little freedom. And believe it or not, a very unhealthy, I think, spiritually, morally, environment. And there's no way I could see myself being there 10 years later. So here I was again. So I decided to make a change and get these things back into my life. This job meant power. This job meant more money. This job meant knowing all the right people. And it was scary to leave it, but I was missing all these important things. So I took another scary leap and I decided to start my own company that created pre-designed fitness programs called Turbo Kick and Payo, Hip Hop Hustle. And I created a company that created pre-designed fitness programs for fitness instructors and fitness apparel. And there I was again, making people happy. I was able to make the music mixes and the workouts, and I could make people laugh, and I could share my life hacks. And I always shared not just about fitness, but like how you need to get your life organized and make relationships first. And I could share my stories, and I was teaching again, and not just teaching people fitness, but teaching them how to build and market themselves as instructors. I didn't feel rushed. It was my own company. I could show people that they had the potential to be amazing instructors. And it sure did bring me financial freedom. This opportunity is the first time Brett and I became millionaires doing what I freaking love. This list of things that I was like, how would you ever make money? Like, this is such a weird list. How would you ever find a job doing that? And here we were making money I'd only dreamed of. Why? Because I'm following my passion. I mean, this wasn't the goal. I mean, it was a goal to be, have financial security, but financial freedom happens when you're passionate about something. You can't be stopped when you're passionate about something. This opportunity kept leading to more opportunities. This company was called Powder Blue Productions. And Powder Blue Productions got us the notoriety in thousands of health clubs, and we were in like 30 different countries, and our programs were being featured around the world, and our clothes were being worn by fitness instructors, and it grew this amazing network of fitness instructors and instructors training instructors, and eventually caught the attention of other partners. So we began partnering and looking into partnerships and sponsors with other companies. And this, I have to say, kind of landed me in the middle, okay? Because some of the partnerships and sponsors meant a lot of these things came back into play, right? Yeah, big financial gains, sure. But to be clear, this isn't just randomly last on my list. This is last on my list because this gets taken care of when you do the right things for the right people in the right order. This takes care of itself. I swear to you, it takes care of itself. So we had to go back in each of our partnerships and sponsors. We had to say, okay, if there's too many of these things on the list, we have to get rid of it regardless of the financial windfall. People who worry about money all the time will always worry about money because that's what you're focused on. If instead you were to focus on what you can do, who you can touch, how you can use your passion, your energy, and your focus. If you focus on that, you don't have to worry about the finances. You just don't. And this is faith. I know that. It's a matter of faith and it's practice. And the more you do it, the more evident it becomes. But when you focus on the financial, you will always be worried about the financial. My husband says it all the time. It's his phrase. Scared money don't make money. And it's true. If you are scared to lose your money, you'll lose your money. If you are scared that your money is going to leave, that there won't be enough, if you have a scarcity mindset, that's what you will have. If you have an abundancy mindset, it's just like, it just keeps coming. You really have to believe that there's so much, and you have to tithe. You have to take care of the right people who make the right decisions, but you have to take care of the right people. The people who can't take care of themselves, you have to believe that it's your obligation to take care of other people and that it is God's purpose, and He just keeps raining down blessings on you. And here's why they're excuses. It's really no different from when a kid says, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And they have a room full of toys. And they live in a nice neighborhood. And there's 1,000,001 things they could do. But what do? They go to their mom. And they say, I don't know what should I do? I don't know what to do. I'm bored. So when a grown adult says to me those same things, and they also tell me they're not loving their life, they're not loving their job, they're not loving their business. I mean, this isn't just for people who have jobs. Sometimes you're an entrepreneur and you hate the line of work that you chose to start a business in. You hate your business, or you hate, if you're not happy, you've got to do something about it. So what should you do? I would tell you the same thing I would tell my kids. Be resourceful. Be creative. Use your imagination. If you really want something to change, then come up with a plan and change it. Here's an important one. Take pen to paper. Do some research. Create a brainstorm. Create a list. And don't stop. If you take your thoughts and get them out of your head and on paper, trust me, just spend 30 minutes doing that and watch your life change. Know right now that you want to start a business, you just don't know how to do it, then you need to look into the Marketing Impact Academy. That is the course that I created to take people through this process of starting a business so that you don't make a lot of the costly, foolish mistakes that do costs people more than anything? Time. And that you don't lose money like developing this big fancy website and a business plan, all those things. Like today, it is so easy. That's why so many of our amazing testimonials are college students. Kids who are going to graduate from college and they've just gone through MIA, figured out how to create extra income while they're in school. It's just easier today than ever before. So if you want to start a business, if that's your idea, then look at Marketing Impact Academy. It's going to open, newsflash, soon. But maybe it's not a business. It's not that I think everyone's cut out to be an entrepreneur. I think everyone, without exception, is cut out to make extra income online. I don't believe, honestly, after 20 years of coaching entrepreneurs, I don't believe that everybody is cut out to be a boss. I don't. But I do think in this day and age, everybody, including your grandma and your great-grandma, are cut out to make a little extra income online. But if that's like, you're just like not even at all remotely interested in that, what you do want to do is change careers, change professions, change positions. Then you gotta do something about it. You can't just let fear prevent you from living the life that you deserve. You can't go another year. Why wait? So here's what you have to stop doing. I know you probably think I'm bossy, but it's just because I care about you. And these are the things I need you immediately to stop doing, okay? Stop wishing. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop planning it and over-planning it. Stop suffering needlessly. Stop pining over what you wish or what you missed. Stop pretending that it's okay. Stop perfecting your plan because it's never going to be the perfect time or the perfect plan or the perfect anything. Stop blaming your lack of funding, your lack of support, your lack of timing, your lack of knowledge. Stop blaming and go and do something about it. Stop justifying the fact that you haven't done something about it. Stop using excuses like, well, it's not the right time for my family. Stop ignoring the fact that you're really, truly unhappy and you're capable of so much more. Stop running from your own greatness. One more thing. When I made this list and this list back in my 20s, these lists haven't changed at all. I am still the person who doesn't enjoy any of these things, and I am still the person who loves these things. And even when I was in my 20s, I was able to find things that fulfilled that, and it just kept getting better. So don't be complacent even once you found what you love. Like, could it be better? Like, and eventually that turned into compatibility. And then eventually that turned into the ultimate, which is what we're doing today, right? Like Team Johnson and Smart Life Inc. Like, this is what we're doing today. And that it's still exactly these things that I love. And all the things I didn't love, you know, this list carries me through and helps me make decisions on what needs to go and what needs to stay. It's the guiding principle. Make the list. Your list will probably never change what you love and what you don't.